Sub-weapons and special weapons are a huge part of Splatoon's gameplay. These play a huge part in determining a main weapon's place in the meta. Nintendo has given plenty of weapons great kits that pair really well with the main weapon and made them really fun to play. But they also often do the opposite. They have given some other main weapons really questionable kits that don't synergize well with the main weapon that would make it really bad and not fun to play at all. So recently, Nintendo announced a new kit for the Neo Splash-O-Matic, that being Suction Bomb and Triple Ink Strike. I was really hoping for Zipcaster, especially since that's what it had in the second trailer, but no, they had to go and give Tenatech Splattershot a twin sister. That was a really disappointing morning. The problem with Nintendo having complete control of weapon kits is that when new kits are on the way, many people will get anxious and really hope their favorite weapon gets a kit that they like. But if that weapon doesn't get that kit, they're more often than not very disappointed and are stuck with it for the rest of the game's life. Just imagine if we were able to give our favorite weapons whatever subs and specials we wanted. Not only would this be very fun, it would also make it so we wouldn't have to worry about the devs giving weapons kits we don't like. Sadly, I don't think this will ever happen, but what if Nintendo did decide to allow players to change weapon kits? How would they do it? I've been thinking about it and I came up with an idea that I think would be really fun and well designed. Something that I could see Nintendo doing if they wanted to follow through with this. Here is what I would do. Actually, before that, people have said that Nintendo could make it so you could choose between 3 subs and specials on every weapon. This definitely makes sense and would be way better than what we have now. But I kinda wanna stick with the idea of being able to put whatever sub and special you want on a weapon. So first we have to answer this question. Should players be able to change weapon kits for free whenever they want? My answer to that is no. I don't think this is a very good idea because I think it would create a big lack of incentive to play other weapons, and some main weapons themselves would also get outclassed. And it would make multiple weapon variants pointless. Being able to change weapon kits is something I think players should have to earn, grind for, and be wise with. You know how every stackable ability in the game has chunks that you need to spend if you want to put them on gear? Well, with customizable kits, I think it would be cool if it worked the same way. So, introducing sub-weapon and special weapon chunks. So how would you earn and use these? Well, obviously you'd be able to get them from the Shellout machine and bonuses from playing Salmon Run, but you would also get them by simply using those subs and specials. With gear that has full slots, it takes 28,000 points to get a new random ability chunk. With this system, the same will apply to every weapon in the game. They will have a meter that takes 28,000 points to fill up, and when you fill that meter, you'll get a chunk for both the sub and special attached to that weapon. Also, the more freshness stars you have on that weapon, the faster the meter will fill up, just like with gear. So that's how you earn chunks. Now how do you use them? In the equip menu or at ammo nights, if you hover over a weapon, there will be an option called change sub/special. It will cost you 10 chunks to replace the sub or special, and you'll get 1 chunk back for whatever you replaced. Oh yeah, and you can't put the same sub and special on a different variant of a weapon. For example, if you try to put Suction Bomb and Trizooka on the Tenatech Splattershot when the regular Splattershot already has them, it won't let you do that. You can do it for one or the other, just not both, in case that a player simply wanted to swap one of the two. I would also make it so the maximum amount of sub and special chunks you can have would be 30, because if you were able to get an infinite amount of them, it would make the system sort of redundant. Again, I would like players to be able to change kits, but if they wanted to use a different kit, they would have to choose a different weapon, or have to spend chunks to change the kit on that same weapon again. Alright, now that we know how sub and special chunks would work, let's say the devs put it into the game. There are some other things that need to be taken into consideration. First is balancing. With the ability to customize kits, players would be able to make potentially broken combinations. Like Burst Bomb would be really scary on some blasters, sloshers, and rollers. Players would also be able to do something like put Booyah Bomb on 52 Gal and pretty much bring back Kensa 52 from Splatoon 2, which was really OP in that game. With customizable kits, the game will become much harder to balance, but I wouldn't say it would be impossible. I'm sure the devs would find some way to allow players to change kits and still have the game be decently balanced. Again, it would just be a lot harder. Next is points for special. We don't want weapons to be able to spam the life out of specials or rarely be able to use them. So when it comes to special points, it should depend on both how well the main weapon paints as well as what kind of special it has. I think the rule of thumb should be that if a weapon paints really well, like Splattershot Jr. or Aerospray, the special points should be more expensive, like 210p. If a weapon doesn't paint well, like Luna Blaster or 96 Gal, the special points should be cheaper, like 190p. Here's a tier list of what I think the special points on every main weapon should be. Next, I want to give the specials themselves their own special cost. For aggressive specials that are easy to counter, like Inkjet, Zipcaster, Reef Slider, or Ultra Stamp, they should be cheaper to get, so they will take away 10 special points to a main weapon. So, for example, if Splattershot is 200p, putting any of these specials on it will make it 190p. For specials that can be used from a safe distance and are harder to counter, like Crab Tank, Missiles, Booyah Bomb, or Killer Whale, they should take more paint to get. So these ones will add 10 special points. So attaching these specials to a Splattershot will bring the cost from 200p to 210p. Here's a tier list of which specials I think should have certain costs. Well, that's about it. Do I think Nintendo will put this system into the game? It would be amazing if they did, but I highly doubt they will. This is just what I could see them doing if they were to allow kits to be changeable. I do also think this system would be a good contender for a DLC wave, since apparently we're getting 4 of them. Or they could just give it to us in a future season, who knows. But I doubt it's happening, sadly, but it would be great if it did. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this idea. If Nintendo allowed us to customize kits somehow, what kits would you give to your favorite weapons? Let me know in the comments. Real quick, here are some kits I would give to my favorite weapons. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're considering on subscribing, be sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. And if you want to support me even more, be sure to check out my other socials in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!